ज्वाइन ज्वाइन कर लो, इस सब करके ज्वाइन। हाँ जी, हाँ जी। वैदिक टीचर टीचर
with modest effort to rope in college teachers in the research and development, mainstream research in the area of business, economics, and all related areas, and development, professional, personal development. That was the objective. Two objectives, and our thought was that while the university students, university teachers have a lot of opportunities to participate in activities conducted by other universities, college teachers somehow are not part of this mainstream. And we thought the pedagogy skills, the subject knowledge, and the networking amongst them is poor. So we thought of creating a forum back in 2004 to bring in the college teachers, create opportunities for networking, create opportunities for personal and professional growth, create avenues for research. I am very glad to share with you that because of our continuous focus on research, a large number of college teachers were motivated and continue to be motivated to undertake research, and many of them have earned their doctorate degrees. We conduct one international seminar conference every year. We conduct 4 or 5 seminars in collaboration with colleges. We have done scores of faculty development programs, and we have invited lecture series. And I'll be very happy if you sometime address the PCMA members on any area of the interest. Now coming to research, we are living in difficult times. I don't think anybody would have heard, anybody would have seen among the audience anything like this that happened ever in our life. I have heard stories of the partition from my father, who came from Pakistan, and we have read accounts of people like Khushwant Singh and others on what a tragedy the partition of the country was. But this is something similar. You have seen migrant workers, a very big issue. It has become a big issue. And we have also seen serious economic disruption, kind of disruption we may not have seen even the 1965 or 71 wars. So we are passing through very difficult time, but there is a saying, if the difficult times, the recovery after the difficult times is actually a new milestone in the history of evolution or the history of progress. So I take it on a positive note that although we are passing through a difficult time, but I am sure we will emerge stronger from this crisis. And the second thought that I have is, a good crisis is also a great opportunity. And I am very happy to note that all the college teachers, PCMA members particularly, have taken to the use of technology in a very big way. The technology has been around for a long time, but we were all very shy of using it, or we were thinking the personal interaction is actually not possible with the personal interaction is not possible because please mute everybody.
all. Some people are unmuting.
Yeah. So we were, although the technology was there 20 years ago, but we were all very reluctant, I would say, because we thought nothing can replace the personal interaction. And today,
Sir, please unmute yourself. Dr. Prem Kumar ji, please unmute yourself.
So I'll resume the use of technology. Although the technology was always available as long back as 20 years, but we were all very reluctant to use the technology because we thought nothing can replace the personal interaction. But as the time has proved, there are multiple ways of connecting with the people. And one of the positive outcome of coronavirus is also the focus on research. I am very happy that this program has come in very right time for the people to brush up their skills. I have gone through the proceedings of last 7 days. There have been excellent sessions, and I am sure all the participants, I see a lot of comments from participants in the chat box. Everybody is very appreciative, and I wish PCMA great success in promoting research, in promoting networking among teachers, in carrying forward the quality of education is a major concern with all of us. And one of the avowed objectives of PCMA is to help improve the quality of education by bringing in all walks of people into the mainstream, the university professors and the college teachers and even the students. With these words, I wish the concluding session participants a good time with Dr. Kumman. I would not like to stand between the charm of listening to him after a long time. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Prem. Thank you very much. Now it's the time for the formal welcome address by the principal of our collaborating college, Khalsa College for Women, Dr. Mukti Gill. I invite Dr. Mukti Gill to please present a formal welcome. Dr. Mukti Gill.
A very good evening to all. Dr. Mukti Gill is not able to join because of some technical reasons. Hence,
Okay.
on her behalf, I am going to say the vote of thanks.
Yeah, please.
So,
I'll
Put
read
a formal
the
welcome,
listener in
ma'am.
the end.
Formal welcome.
Yes, Bhala sir.
We can
Formal
listen
welcome you have to
madam
do,
in the
ma'am,
end. In the
please.
meantime, proceedings can go on.
Okay.
Okay, fine, sir. Fine.
Okay. Next, I request the President, Punjab Commerce and Management Association, Dr. Ashwini Bhalla ji, to please present the report of the workshop. Dr. Ashwini Bhalla ji.
Most respected Dr. B.S. Ghumman, Vice Chancellor of Punjabi University, Patiala, Dr. Prem Kumar, President Emeritus, Professor Dr. Gurcharan Singh ji, Head School of Management Studies, Punjabi University, Patiala, Dr. B.B. Singla, Dr. Mukti Gill, Dr. Vikas Deep, Dr. Priyanka, and all the fellow participants who participated in the 7-day National Research Methodology Workshop organized jointly by Punjab Commerce and Management Association as well as Khalsa College for Women, Ludhiana. First of all, I welcome from the core of my heart and extend my heartiest thanks to Dr. Ghumman for accepting our invitation to deliver the validity address during this workshop. I would like to tell to Dr. Ghumman and all the participants that Punjab Commerce and Management Association was established in 2004 with the main aim was to create a networking of excellence among the college teachers and to collaborate them with the university teachers so that an environment of research can be created among the colleges. So with this aim, we started many kind of activities. For example, annually we are organizing an international conference. We are organizing national conferences on the topical issues, workshop for students and teachers, faculty development programs. We have a journal of business which is regularly publishing since its inception from 2004. We have industry roundtable conferences so that we can reach out the problems of the industry. If as an academician we can do some research which can help to the industry, that is very, very valuable thing. That's our aim. And during this lockdown period, as Dr. Prem has already told you, that we organize so many activities. This period was a very, very lesson period for all of us. And we started a virtual roundtable conference with industry to address the issue of migrant labor in Punjab. We interviewed 1,000 migrant laborers to know their status, why they are moving to their places, what are their problems, how that can be addressed, and District Administration of Ludhiana extended us full support. And in this virtual roundtable conference, Deputy Commissioner of Ludhiana, Pradeep Agarwal ji, presided this meeting. And after that, we discussed the threadbare issues with the industry, like Hero Group, Vardhman Group, and Chamber of Industrial and Commercial Undertaking, so that we can address the problems of the migrant laborers. So Punjab Commerce and Management Association not only has grown academically, but also grown to professionally to reach out and address the issues of the problems and the labor. Secondly, we organize a virtual roundtable conference of academicians to address the issue of examinations, admission, so that unlocking of educational institution, how that can be ensured. We jot down the principles of 40 colleges of all the 3 universities of Punjab, in which the administration of Punjab University also become part of it, like controller of examination and registrar. And we threadbare discuss what are the issues related to the unlocking of the educational institutions. And we have come out with a document which will be sent to all the vice chancellors of Punjabi University, Guru Nanak Dev University, and Punjab University. Apart from that, now we are coming to this workshop, which is organized in collaboration with the Khalsa College for Women, a lead college of the Punjab, which was earlier when first NAC was held, the A++ grade college, which is one of the most prestigious college of not only Ludhiana, but also the whole Punjab and northern region, and very, very lead college of the Punjab University, Chandigarh. The aim of this research methodology workshop was to address the various technical issues which the various researchers, teachers encountered during the course of their pursuing PhD or MPhil degrees. And I am very satisfied to announce here that the participants from 21 states, 203 participants from 21 states participated. Majority were 57% were teachers and 43% were researchers and the students, and various resource persons from the various parts of the country like University of Mumbai, University of Delhi, Punjabi University Patiala, Guru Nanak Dev University, Punjab University and Kurukshetra University resource person, and VSR University from the Bellary, Karnataka were tabbed so that the expert opinion and expertise can be reached to the various researchers, students and the teachers. So we are now on the concluding day. I'm very thankful to Khalsa College for Women for taking a lead to organize this research workshop on a digital platform. Now it's a time of digitization of education. Dr. Gurcharan has very nicely presented his lecture using technology, using his audio, video, visuals, and very clearly he cleared the topic of research ethics and plagiarism to our students. I think we will continue with these kind of workshop. I assure you on behalf of Punjab Commerce and Management Association, I have already discussed this issue with Dr. Prem Kumar ji that a virtual university type platform will be created by Punjab Commerce and Management Association with the help of industry, and the platform which will also be used by the universities of Punjab as a free of cost. That is our promise. And with this note, I am very thankful again to the Vice Chancellor of Punjabi University, Dr. B.S. Kumman, who is long associated with us. I remember when we organized first conference in the Punjab University, Chandigarh, the valedictory address was also given by Dr. Gumman, and he is also always a source of inspiration. I congratulate him for getting the second term given by the Punjab University, because whatever he has done in the Punjab University during the last 3 years, no other Vice Chancellor was able to since the inception of Punjabi University Patiala. He is an institutional builder, and I salute you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Bhalla. Thank you, Dr. Bhalla. I think the way, not how Dr. Ghumman has done, the way Dr. Ghumman is doing, many more terms are there, definitely. Thank you very much, Dr. Bhalla, for inspiring us. Now, I welcome Dr. Mukti Gill, who was not joined earlier. She has joined now. I request Dr. Mukti Gill, please unmute yourself. Dr. Mukti Gill, Principal, Khalsa College for Women. Please unmute, ma'am. Gaji, you can do the same.
I think Pooja Chetli is dressing.
Yes,
Dr.
Madam.
Mukti Gill is there.
Pooja, are you doing this?
Yeah, ma'am. Welcome, ma'am. Welcome. Please, ma'am.
Yes, now she's
the 7-day national e-workshop on research methodology. I feel an immense satisfaction as we culminate this workshop hosted by the PCMA and the KCW collaboratively. In these testing times, we have witnessed highly gratifying and intensely motivating sessions on the dynamics of research by very renowned and reckoning names in the academia. I am aware that around 203 participants from all over the country have gained acute insight into the various dimensions of research through this e-platform. The world literally stopped, shifted, and there has emerged a new and unprecedented way of life due to the COVID-19, bringing an opportunity for us to readjust the focus on our lens, through which to look at life. This metamorphic picture of the world caught us off guard and threw us beyond our comfort zones into an unexpectedly jarring realization of the fragility of all the givens in our life. The time is now to reevaluate our priorities and whether those priorities need to be relevant socially, individually, or much beyond these parameters. Who would be better than the exemplary visionaries who have joined us today through this e-platform to act as lighthouses to guide us in such unprecedented circumstances? I feel immensely honored to be able to extend fervent gratitude to Dr. B.S. Ghumman, Vice Chancellor, Punjabi University, Patiala, who very graciously has accepted to deliver the valedictory address. Such pioneers as you, sir, who are at the helm of the academic affairs, are an enriching source of inspiration for us all. I extend a gracious welcome to Dr. Prem Kumar, Emeritus PCMA, Dr. Ashwini Bhalla, President PCMA and the patron of this workshop, Dr. B.B. Singla, Vice President of PCMA and Director of the workshop, Dr. Vikas Deep, General Secretary, PCMA and Coordinator of the workshop, of all who, through this non-government and non-profit organization, play a proactive role in the development process of commerce and management education in the region by partnering academicians, practitioners, and policymakers through advisory and consultative processes. A warm welcome to all the resource persons and dignitaries who have connected with us to help materialize this highly productive workshop to chisel the research acumen of the thinking minds. I'm absolutely sure that all of us will walk out from here better equipped with an enhanced knowledge of how to conduct research and overcome the challenges. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much for your kind words and for your information for all the participants that many of the resource persons for the last 7 days has joined us in this valedictory session. To welcome to all of them also. Now, the next I would request our special guest session expert, Dr. Gurcharan Singh, in this valedictory session to please say few words. Dr. Gurcharan Singh is head chairman of School of Management Studies, Punjab University, Patiala. Dr. Gurcharan, please.
Our Revered Vice Chancellor, Dr. B.S. Ghumman, Punjab University, Patiala. Professor Emeritus, Dr. Prem Kumar ji. President PCMA, Dr. Ashwini Bhalla ji. Secretary PCMA, Dr. Vikas Dev, Dr. B.B. Singla, my dear colleagues and other participants. I have gone through your brochure, and when I was reading that brochure, I found that number of skill sets have been there which you imparted during these 7 days. I'll share with you few of my experiences because I have also learned through these workshops. And when I was trying to learn from these workshops, a few of my students who are doing PhD under me, they were trying to seek help from me, but unfortunately I was not able to do it because I was not ready for it. Then I went to workshops, get some skill sets prepared, ready myself, and then my students were supervised by me. These platforms are there for learners. These platforms are there not to enhance your APIs. Mind it, please. This is a very blunt idea. No doubt people have joined over there. My vision is, in our department as well, for the last few years, we are doing these kind of workshops, and ultimately, the contribution of these workshops have gone to the extent now the research papers are being published in Scopus indexed or ABDC classified journals. The contribution is there of these workshops, and these workshops become a catalytic agent to give you a feel of the things. These will not make you experts. These will give you a hands-on experience, and then afterwards, now you are at least equipped that you can now play at your end. These workshops are meant for it. My request to all the participants is, please don't forget these hands-on experience. Whenever you move to your home, just open up again your laptop, again put some part of softwares into your laptops, play with them. Let your software crash, again reinstall it, play with it. You will get number of original ideas out of it, number of original findings based on your data which you will put in it. If you forget all this will just become a piece of paper for your reference on a table. I congratulate PCMA for holding these kind of events, which will ultimately enhance at least research skill sets in our upcoming budding researchers. These platforms are really wonderful platforms, at least to enhance research output, which we can compete with some of the best research output oriented institutions. For that matter, certainly PCMA is doing a good job. Our wholehearted congratulations to you. Thank you very much. God bless all. Over to you, the organizers.
Thank you, Dr. Gurcharan, for your appreciating words. Thank you very much. This definitely will give us a more motivating, spirit. Thank you very much. Now it's the time to listen. Chief guest of the day, Dr. B.S. Ghumanji, Vice Chancellor, Punjab University, Patiala. I take this opportunity to introduce Dr. Ghuman. Although no words are there to introduce Dr. Ghuman, everybody knows about Dr. Ghuman. He is a well-acclaimed academician in this part of the country. Dr. Ghuman has done his MPhil and PhD from Guru Nanak Dev University, served as Professor Public Administration at Punjab University, Chandigarh for 38 years. He is the editor of many renowned journals. He published about 73 papers, 3 books. Then he is the member of the various academic and administrative bodies of the Punjab. He remained the member of the 5th Pay Commission of the Punjab. Recently, Dr. Ghuman has received Paul H. Appleby Award for the contribution in the field of public administration. Joining as Vice Chancellor of Punjab University, Patiala in August 2017, he has worked day-night for the improvement of the university. He has turned around the research scenario in the university. He has signed many MOUs with the foreign universities. Dr. Ghuman has recently given the second 3-year term to continue as the Vice Chancellor. And Dr. Ghuman, due to the efforts of the Dr. Ghuman, Punjabi University Patiala is now the #1 university of the state, recently declared. So Dr. Ghuman, thank you very much for sparing your valuable time to bless us in this event. So over to you, sir, Dr. Ghuman. Vikas ji, unmute kar do, please. Dr. Vikas, to please unmute Dr. Ghuman.
Has to do it. He's the co-host, sir.
Okay.
Sir, you can unmute yourself, sir.
Is it? Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
audible,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes, sir.
Good. And dear friend,
So there's some problem with the audio.
The
Is it
bandwidth problem. Mute हो गए.
So let me check again. Mute hai, sir. Sir need to. Should I unmute everybody, sir? Then.
Yeah, do it.
Yes,
once.
yes, do it. Unmute everybody and then.
Sir, I think now sir can unmute himself. I have allowed the
DC sir, please unmute कर लो.
Sir mute है जी.
ਡਾਕਟਰ ਸਿੰਗਲਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਮੈਸੇਜ ਲਾਓ ਕਿ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਸਿਗਨਲ ਥੋੜਾ ਜਿਹਾ ਚੈੱਕ ਕਰਨ.
सर मैं एडमिट करता जी, वो आउट हो गई सी, मैं कर लिया एडमिट कर लिया दोबारा. हो रहे इट्स हाँ जी सर. yes sir now it's okay sir.
Okay. Good evening, friends. My dear friend and class fellow, just give me half a minute.
ठीक है जी, ਹੁਣ ਸਭ ਨੂੰ ਮਿਊਟ ਕਰ ਦਿਓ.
नहीं सर, फिर सर भी हो जाएंगे.
बाकी है ना आवाजें आ रही हैं, सारे अपने आप ही म्यूट कर लो प्लीज पार्टिसिपेंट्स. हाँ जी.
I request participants to mute themselves, please.
Yes, yes sir, yes.
Dear Dr. Prem Kumar ji, my class fellow as well as dear friend, Dr. Mukti Gill ji, principal of Khalsa College for Women and patron of the workshop, Dr. Ashwini Palla ji, president of PCMA, Dr. Gurcharan Singh ji, head School of Management, Punjab University Patiala, Dr. B.B. Singla, vice president PCMA and director of the workshop, Dr. Vikas Deep ji, coordinator of the workshop and general secretary PCMA, Dr. Priyanka Khanna, coordinator of the workshop and IQAC co-chair, co-coordinator of KC Khalsa College for Women, Ludhiana. Let me start with thanking with a personal note to my dear friend Professor Prem Kumar. He spoke very kind words about me, and he deserves more than that. When I go back to the memory lane of 1977, we were class fellow, spent time together in the hostel, visited each other's home, and hence have a different type of togetherness, which is very difficult to capture and express those feelings. The way he introduced me, I think I may not be in a position to thank him in the same proportion, but I take this opportunity to thank my dear friend and class fellow Dr. Prem Kumar ji for his kind words, which friends I hardly deserve. I also take this opportunity to thank Dr. Ashwini Bhalla, who took me back to the to Punjab University. I think it was in the new hall set up by the university where that function took place.
Yes, sir.
Therefore, I went back to that place when I was addressing PCMA. Later on, I addressed PCMA at Patiala.
Yes.
In a way, I'm a family member of PCMA, and so is Khalsa College for Women. Dr. Mukti Gill, I think, has joined recently, but I have been visiting this college very regularly. The way Professor Bhalla shared with us, this is one of the lead colleges of Punjab University and one of the premier institution of higher learning so far North India is concerned. Therefore, I feel elevated to be a guest of honor to address this workshop participants on valedictory function. Now, let me first of all compliment and congratulate Punjab Commerce and Management Association (PCMA). When I was listening to Dr. Palla, the way he introduced and the way he gave us the profile of the PCMA is one of the most active association, professional association of academicians and practitioners so far the field of commerce and management is concerned. Therefore, I must congratulate and compliment PCMA for taking this lead, and also Khalsa College for Women Ludhiana Civil Lines for organizing 7 days, it's not 1 day, 2 day, 3 days, 7-day national workshop on research methodology. Friends, research methodology is my first love in academics. I have organized many workshops on behalf of ICSSR at Punjab University, and those who participated in those workshops further have organized many workshops on that research methodology, and have taught this paper in a couple of departments of Punjab University. Therefore, I always feel elevated when the organizers invite me to speak on research methodology. It's my weakness as well as a strength so far academics is concerned. I never say no to the organizer when the theme is research methodology. When I come to the theme, let me make some of the opening observations. My first lead observation is that teaching and research are inseparable activities. But they complement each other. They are twin sisters. I mean, they are made for each other. Two sides of the same coin, and so on and so forth. That teaching and research are inseparable activity of a teacher either in a college or a university. Traditionally, in the institution of higher learning, especially in colleges, the emphasis was on teaching. Timetable was the rule book. That if I am adhering to timetable, I am doing my job. Therefore, my job was confined to adhering to the timetable, setting question paper, and so on, so forth. That my entire activity, my entire energy and all resources and strength was dedicated to teaching. If I'm doing my job as a teacher, my job was over. And research was in the background. It was almost a secondary or a lip service was given to research so far. Institution of higher learning, particularly colleges are concerned. I think Professor Prem Kumar also hinted about it, that one of the objectives of PCMA is to promote research culture in the colleges. Therefore, research culture was lacking so far colleges are concerned. Now let me thank three developments for bringing research as on the mainstream, bringing it in the full scale. Firstly, I acknowledge and thank University Grants Commission that during last scale notification, for the first time, it factored in research outcome in promotion of teachers, popularly known as APIs. That thanks, I mean, we like API, we don't like API. I'm not a full supporter of API. It has its limitations, it has its weaknesses and limitations. API has made its presence felt across all colleges and universities. I think that has given a sort of prominent place to research in colleges and university. Quality may differ, but quantity-wise, it has given a due place to research in institution of higher learning, including university and colleges. And the second credit I must acknowledge to NAAC. That NAAC is another organization, and now NAAC has become mandatory for all colleges and universities. Therefore, if NAAC has become mandatory to all colleges and universities, if you are interested in, when Dr. Bhalla was sharing with us that this college, Khalsa College for Women, Ludhiana, civil line got A++. It means now if you want to aspire for A++, then you have to accord top priority to research. If you are not according top priority to research, then A++ is a dream, is not attainable. If you are really interested to attain this dream, then research should be on the top of your agenda. And research is not a part-time job. It's a regular full-time job, regularly 24 hours. When a teacher is sleeping, still he's working. One of the theorems in mathematics has been developed when the teacher was sleeping, developed the theorem. Again, he went to sleep. He doesn't know when did I develop this theorem. Therefore, teacher is always thinking. Even if he's sleeping, he's always thinking. I mean, in washroom, everywhere he's thinking. This is known as a teacher. Therefore, teacher is a thinking human being. thinks throughout the 24/7, and research is one of the component which keeps him thinking, because university and colleges are meant for new ideas and new products, new services, innovation and research. We are made for this. When we are made for this, then we have to develop our friendship, our academic love towards the research. Only then we can get A++, so far NAAC is concerned. And the third development, about which I think Professor Palla referred to, and Professor Dr. B.V. Singla also referred to, rankings. It's an age of marketing. Now admissions are the potential admission seekers visit your website. They see your profile of your faculty as well as profile of the institution. Your visibility improves. Your presence improves if you participate in university ranking surveys. And Punjab University Patiala, as my colleagues have shared, about 18th position across all government universities of India. And first position, so far university located in Punjab are concerned. No doubt Punjab University is better than Punjab University so far these ranking are concerned. But we are so happy, so delighted to get this coveted position of 18 across India and first in Punjab. And thanks to my faculty, thanks to my researcher, that ranking has improved because of research. Therefore, research is a very important component so far ranking are concerned. And not only this, all of us are familiar about RUSA. Now, if you are familiar about RUSA, one of the most important component in RUSA scheme is research and innovation. Punjab University Patiala got 50 crores under this research innovation faculty development program. Earlier, we got 20 crores for infrastructure development. We developed infrastructure. Now, it's a research and innovation. We got 50 crore. And one of the coveted achievement of Punjab University Patiala is that for the first time in its history, is that it has transferred a technology from lab to market. That one of our product, haldi dudh, haldi milk, have been shifted from lab to market. It will be in your homes soon, and we have sold at a very high price, very good price we got so far. This commercialization of this product is concerned. Now, see what I am saying. Now, not only I don't stop there. Endless ways or rationalities I can develop in favor of research. Now, all of us aspire for handsome grants for research projects, both national and international. Competition is very tough. Budget is available, money is available, resources are available, but competition is a competition. If your proposal is not up to the mark, if your proposal does not meet the benchmarking of the funding agency, you will not be able to get that handsome grant. Now, if you are really interested to be on the top of your institution as an individual teacher, as well as you're interested that your institution should be top among institutions, then it's the right time to develop taste towards and conduct the existing one like research methodological workshops, so that we can improve the visibility as an individual teacher as well as visibility of the institution as a whole is concerned. Now, then once we have acknowledged that research plays a pivotal role in teachers' life as well as pivotal role in institution's profile, then we have to improve its quality. Quantity does, I know when myself and Dr. Prem started, we started with a machine. Now you have a technology where that machine has been replaced by small equipment. Therefore, quality matters, quantity do matter. Quantity may be a necessary condition, but the sufficient condition for an institution or for an individual is quality of research. Now, once we acknowledge that the quality matters, then friends, we have to acknowledge that research is a scientific exercise. Research is a rigorous exercise. Research is an exercise which is not by default. It's an exercise which is to be designed, which needs perfection or near perfection. Only then you can conduct that research logically. Otherwise, producing paper is not research. It's impact. Impact factor. Somebody was referring to, I think Dr. Gurcharan Singh referred to that because of research methodological workshops, the quality of our paper has improved, and hence now they are publishing Scopus and other index journals. Therefore, impact factor matters. Therefore, quality matters. If you publish one journal, one paper in a high impact factor journal, you are known across the globe. How many citations? What are your H-index? And so on and so forth. Therefore, the quality is the defining feature of research, friends, during this competitive world of academics. Now, once we acknowledge that research quality matters, then we have to conduct that research scientifically, rigorously. I have gone through your program, and Dr. Singla sent me the report of all the 6, including 7th day of today. I used your program as well as your reports. Now, somewhere you have discuss the research process. I will just list the component of research process, but later on would emphasize, which I will repeat later on as well, that each component of research is to be conducted scientifically. Each component of research, all components have backward and forward linkages. One flows from another. Therefore, you have to see this process as a continuous process. You have to develop your expertise, how to conduct a component scientifically, and how to develop interconnections among these components so that the piece of research at the end of the day is published in a high impact factor journal. For your kind information, I will just repeat the component. I will not speak anything about these components because you're all familiar with these components, but I'm repeating for the sake of developing an argument that what is the significance of conducting research scientifically. Now, friends, if we start with the research process, then a couple of steps are involved, may vary from subject to subject, may vary from institution to institution, may vary from discipline to discipline, but is a generic type of steps which I intend to share with you. The first step always is selection and formulation of such problem or title. Very difficult. Sometime we spend 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, I don't mind. Spend good quality time on selection and formulation of such problem. If you've done so, half of the job is done. Therefore, it's a scientific exercise. Exhaust all sources. Don't go by the advice of a supervisor, don't go by the advice of your friend. See the marketability of a research problem, and based on, because you're investing in future. You're doing PhD not for the sake of doing PhD, you're investing in future. When you're investing in future, then you're a good students of share market, all of you are. Then invest in a good portfolio. Therefore, your research project should be in such a manner, such problem that it's long-term dividends, sustained dividends. And the second, which is normally missing, but I always emphasize, linking research problem with theoretical framework or theoretical model. Normally, we conduct research, complete research, we don't bother what was the theoretical foundation, what are the theoretical framework, theoretical model which guided my research. Therefore, from day one, your live should be, I mean, I normally say, जितना तुसी कहना भी मेरी परमात्मा ना लिव लग जाती है, मेरी अपने धर्म च जिसनों भी तुसी मान लो लिव लग जाती है. Your research problem should be connected with theoretical framework from day one, so that you can enjoy all the development in your theoretical framework, whether in New York or in Sydney or in Paris. If anything happening in your field, you're saying that it's happening in my field. You read that, you study that development with full satisfaction. Link your research problem with theoretical framework. Review of literature, we all are familiar. The only advice is that at the end of the review of literature must identify the research gaps and in the existing body and acknowledge, give an action plan that how you're going to address those research gaps. Only then your review of literature is relevant. Otherwise, it's all superfluous material you have included in your project. objective of the study. We were not trained. When I started my work, Dr. Prem, we did it, our work, we were not trained in research methodology. Gradually, when I gained training in research methodology, come to the conclusion that objectives flow from your titles. Their objectives are nothing but divisible units of your title. Sum total of all objectives make your title, and title makes your objective. Therefore, you should have a good sort of compatibility between title and objective of your study. Hypothesis and such question is the fifth step. Hypothesis is nothing but a tentative answer to a research question. In mathematical language, it describes cause and effect relationship between dependent and independent variables. You should be good students of describing, formulating. If you have formulated good hypothesis, testing will be good. Result will be good. If you're not doing good spade work at the formulation of hypothesis, then everything goes wrong. Therefore, spend good quality time hypothesis making, and good quality hypothesis making procedures are available, exercises are available, literature is available. Must visit that literature, must go through that literature, formulate good quality hypothesis, and hypotheses flow from your objectives, because hypotheses are the means through which you can achieve your objective. Read. When I was giving training to my students, I was suggesting them, write down objective 1, identify the variable, then make the hypothesis. Write down objective number 2, identify the variable, then make the hypothesis. If you do hypothesis like this, objective and hypothesis will become compatible seamlessly. There's no need to revisit them. And next is research methodology. Types of data, primary, secondary, qualitative, quantitative, you must decide as a researcher. Then selection of primary data or selection of secondary data source, documents, so on, so forth, or combination. You should be good students of selecting primary data, observation, or questionnaire, or interview, formal, informal. Gamut of, you have to spend good quality time. And also pilot test and so on and so forth. No need at valedictory function to speak about sampling. Population parameters and sampling estimates, you know better than me, and your sampling should be preferably random sampling, preferably random sampling is preferred over all types of sampling. If you can do so, it's better. Data processing and data analysis, because I've gone through Dr. Palla and Dr. B.B. Goyal, B.B. Singla. I have gone through your program, and you have spent good quality time on statistical technique, on quantitative methods. And I think there was a reference about SPSS as well. When we did PhD, myself and Professor Prem Kumar, at that time we worked on IBM 1620. It was housed in 3 rooms, and we did it with punch cards, punching machine. I go back to that memory lane when I speak about research methodology. But now you're a privileged class of researcher. Now, like Elente Mal, under one software known as SPSS, you just enter and come back after having your dinner. Therefore, it's such like a powerful software. Identify your problem, identify your requirement, everything is available. The only role of a researcher is to identify which program is relevant to me, relevant to my problem. When we were doing our research, programmers were most sought after persons. And we were requesting the programmer time and again, and they were different person at that time. SPSS replaced all of them in one stroke. Now, no need of a programmer. You just have a training of SPSS, not difficult, very simple. I think you have given hands-on training so far. SPSS is concerned, good job you have done so far, developing quantitative foundations and developing good knowledge about the use of statistical technique. See, statistical technique start with percentage, goes up to discriminant analysis, multivariate analysis, and so on. So I've seen your program. But the role of the researcher is to keep the technique as simple as possible, so that a person like me can also understand. If you make the technique complex, then you reduce your readership. Therefore, if you want that your readership should be large in number, try to adopt the simplest method of your statistical, so that everybody can understand. If you go to election results, you can see that how through different methods. When they reach the layman, therefore it is when we were doing Dr. B.B. Singla, when we were doing PhD, at that time, impressing the peer group was the reference point. Now impressing the readers is the reaching the reader is the, therefore your readership is large. Therefore, reach the reader in such a manner that your method should be as simple as possible, but not losing the quality of your research. Don't impress upon that you have used simultaneous equations. And I have used log normal distribution, and it was very complex methodology. I've done mathematical modeling and regional planning, but at the end of the day, I realized that simplicity is preferred over complexity so far statistical method is concerned. Therefore, you should be a good student of selecting a relevant team, a relevant tool. And friend, last component is report writing. It's a last outcome. The way you present your product in the market. See, everything is in the processing stage till now. Now the final product you have to sell in the market, you have to market in the market. Therefore, all your effort should be to improve the quality as well as presentation of this product. Marketing is important, presentation is important, but quantity, contents, quality is more important than presentation. But I know most of your students of marketing, you will not agree with me. You're saying that packaging is more important. It should be more attractive when it's presented. But I'm a traditionalist, conservative. I say myself, I'm Professor Prem, we belong to a previous generation. We go by the content of the product, how useful, how much useful it is. Therefore, both matters. I give 90%, 10%, or 80%, 20% weightage to contents and presentation. Now, if 90% weightage is given to quality, then how you can improve the quality? Let me start with a lighter note. I normally compare thesis writing with love letter writing. You just go to movies of 70s and 80s. Rajesh Khanna is writing love letter and writing one sentence, then that's not satisfied. Then the page is on the floor, and in the morning at 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock, he succeeds in writing that love letter, and the entire floor is full of his rough notes. Therefore, draft after draft, because he has to convince his target group. Here you have to convince the examiner. You have to get your good quality report from him. And what's the method? Writing n number of drafts. And Dr. Allah and Prem, I can share with you that you see your first draft and you see the draft which you have finally written, you will laugh 100. I wrote this thing. I'm surprised that how my supervisor had gone through this quality. It's not up to the mark. You are rejecting your own draft because you have gone to the quality audit. You have gone through the filtering of quality. Finally, how do we come to know that now this thesis is worth submitting? Two things. One, you see the finding of others in your field. If the findings are better than, submit it without any moderation. I mean, you will get your degree. There is another anecdote that there was a discussion at Guru Nanak Dev University in the department. I have given 10 minutes, but I've taken a lot of time. I will conclude at
no, yes, sir. Continue, sir, continue.
There is a discussion that when we should award a PhD. The first professor say that hard work is the defining feature for awarding a PhD. When pent of a researcher gets depreciated, then that gives the indication that he should be awarded PhD degree. Then another professor immediately responded that at present genes are available, new genes are available with the fully depreciated, and hence from day one he will claim that I am entitled for PhD. Therefore, this is not the indication of awarding a PhD. He was saying that if two of the very interesting observation he made, Professor Ashwini, he made that if two of the examiners don't agree with each other, that one says that degree may be awarded, another say that degree, let them resolve the difference, but the candidate should be awarded degree with each other. See, what I'm saying that you should do good quality work, which should create a debate, a discussion in your discipline. If you become part of, for example, all of us know economics, law of demand, Giffen paradox. No, Giffen is always known as an economist, as and when we teach law of demand. Law of demand is a general rule and Giffen goods are exception. Therefore, exceptions are always known. Therefore, seeing so, I think you have done good quality work. So far, your thesis is concerned. So far, your paper is concerned. Friend, let me conclude this part of my discussion that there are a couple of steps in the process of research methodology. Each step should be done scientifically, and also backward and forward linkages should be developed among all the components, so that at the end of the day, the end result known as PhD thesis or a book or a research paper is appreciated by one and all in terms of quality. If we do so, then I think we have done a good job. I will make two more observations. Now, your emphasis was on quantitative research methodology, but now two approaches are in circulation so far research methodology is concerned. One is the quantitative research methodology, which we have borrowed from science disciplines. That in the science discipline, the phenomenon is quantifiable. Now, if the phenomenon is quantifiable, then you can measure it with the scale, and the scales are available. Therefore, everything is quantifiable, measurable, and hence you can make use of quantitative methodologies to arrive at reality. When this research methodology was extended to human science, apps were identified. That is human behavior cannot be quantified. It is not 2 + 2 = 4. You might have heard a film, Albert Pinto ko gussa kya hota hai, Nasiruddin Shah. See, aggression has no rationality. You can't, you have seen a person and you have lost your temper, and he has done no loss to you. You have seen a person and you're so pleasant, no favor, but you are on your toes. There's one famous song in Punjabi, I don't know whether instantly I can recollect. Aaj din vadiya niklega, darshan hoge tere. Like the darshan hoge tere, aaj din vadiya niklega. Now see, just having face of a person, you are happy. Just having face of a person, you are not happy. How you can capture in terms of quantitative methods? Therefore, human behavior is very complex. I cannot understand myself as a person when I lose his temper by having a person in front of me, and I'm very pleasant having a person in front of me. If I unable to understand my behavior, then how quantitatively I can understand behavior of others? Even in marketing, when you use any Delphi method, any method of forecasting, ultimately it's a psychology, it's a human behavior, which must be factored if you want to do something in marketing. If you have not taken into account the human behavior, the psychological aspect, perhaps you will not be able to make good forecasting in marketing is concerned. Therefore, now finally mixed methods are available. We call it triangulation. That in order to understand reality, you should mix methods. That if you want to travel from Mumbai to Lahaul Spiti, it can be by air, it can be by road, it can be on cycle, it can be on foot, so that you can reach Lahaul Spiti. Reaching from Mumbai to Lahaul Spiti is understanding social reality. Therefore, social reality can be understood by combining various methods. If you do so, you will be, otherwise R-square will not be a good R-square. R-square would remain very low R-square, and adjusted R-square will create more problems. Therefore, you are really interested, because when we were doing these methods along with Dr. Prem, we started in the beginning. Now we have become good master of these things. But I've come to the conclusion that social reality cannot be captured through R-square. You have to go beyond R-square. Beyond R-square is qualitative research methodology. Therefore, try to develop a good understanding of both the method, and then mixing of method. I compare with Khichdi. Now, Khichdi have different components. Each component alone is not as good if we combine all of them. If we combine all of them, it becomes Khichdi, and Khichdi is always prescribed by a doctor. If Khichdi is prescribed by a doctor as a good diet, then we should also do that sort of triangulation in research methodology. I think that is my last one take so far this course is concerned. Now, friends, finally, research has undergone a sea change, both in terms of quality and in terms of quantity, and so is the research methodology. There are independent departments of research methodology. Both theory and practice of research methodology have undergone a sea change. Now, qualitative methods have softwares. We could not imagine that software are available for qualitative research methodology. Therefore, computer is equally helpful for qualitative research methodology. Open new chapters, open new windows, so that the fresh air comes. If the fresh air will come, you will really find improving quality of your research. If we recognize this potential of research and research methodology, then I am of the considered opinion that we need structural training, we need organized training, we need a training known as capacity development training, capacity development program, the way you have done for 7 days. Research methodology cannot be learned through hit and trial method. It's a known discipline of knowledge industry now. It has made its presence felt in all the disciplines from humanities to technology and social sciences and science discipline. If it's all encompassing as a discipline, then we must develop good quality research methodological program the way you have done it. Therefore, you have done a wonderful job, and you have done a wonderful job when we are all are confining to our homes. It's a lockdown period, optimal utilization of lockdown period. You're developing your skills, which were not, perhaps there was no lockdown, there was no workshop like this. And not only this, I mean, in a routine workshop, one is coming in, another is going out, one is coming. I mean, now everybody is attentive. Everybody is in isolation, but simultaneously connected with each other. So attentive, I have never seen a workshop the way this workshop is. Therefore, you have organizers, you have done a wonderful job by making optimal utilization of this lockdown period. And I'm confident that this workshop would yield very handsome results in the form of improving the way Professor Gurjan Singh shared with us, that when in the long run the quality of your research will improve. It is an investment. See, there's no there may be you know capital budgeting you are teaching, return back period and so on and so forth. Don't bother about return back period. Go beyond it. Sustained basis. You have done a good investment. I must congratulate once again PCMA. Professor Prem Kumar, Dr. Ashwini Palla, Dr. B.V. Singla, Dr. Vikas Deep, and Dr. Priyanka Khanna, and equally Dr. Mukti Gill of Principal Khalsa College for Women, who is patron of this workshop, and my colleague Dr. Gurjan Singh, and all the participants. That you are wonderful organization. You're wonderful partners, you're wonderful participants, and I thank you all for giving me an opportunity to preside over this function and share my unstructured views on the theme of research methodology. Thank you for your patience, and thanks for the opportunity provided to me. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir. My duty was to say you thanks, but I will say thanks in one word with 3 letters, wow. The wow here is 3 letters. The first W means we are having another resource person with us. We thought that we will be having 14 sessions in 7 days, but we had 15 sessions. Now it is an extra advantage and bonus for all of the participants. Second W, second O is you gave us a detail of the packaging outlook. So you have briefly given us the outlook of the research. The third W is the way, the wonderful way you have said us to yes to come to this event. We had a wonderful participants, we had a wonderful resource person, we had a wonderful technology, and now we can say that we had a wonderful guests also with us who has enriched us with a lots of things. The way you have explained the research, I think,
Singla,
yes,
he's not guest for us. Dr. Kumman is always part of us.
I will come to this point because he is guest for the other participants, and we wish that he remain guest for the other participants because we want him to be here in our family. He will remain guest for all of the countries. That's why I'm saying that he is the guest of this event because of the 21 states are participating in this. So Dr. Ghumman has presented his session, not the speech. This is a session which enriched us. Crux of the research Dr. Ghumman has presented. So I think many of the other universities will seek, time from Dr. Gumman now, because I am very much surprised to listen to you, sir, because Vice Chancellor is always busy in the administration, and you have fixed benchmarks, sir. Thank you very much. And second thing I came to know today that आपको गुस्सा क्यों नहीं आता, क्योंकि आपने मूवी देखी है अल्बर्ट पिंटो को गुस्सा नहीं आता, तो हमें भी देखनी पड़ेगी सर. Definitely we will go through it. इसीलिए आपको गुस्सा नहीं आता. And our university is developing like anything under your able guidance. Sir, you have commented on the organization of this event that in the unlock period, in this lockdown period, we are doing the work. Actually, we have unlocked the research with your blessings, with the help of other resource person, with the contribution of all the academicians who were the real learners. This workshop was not for the passive learners. This workshop was organized to keep in mind that real learners will there definitely perform the research and will improve upon. After getting the knowledge from this research, I think all our participants, resource persons even who have shared their views and who listen to you, sir, definitely will excel in the research in the coming time. Thank you very much, sir, with these words. And now I request Dr. Priyanka Khanna, coordinator of the workshop, to please present a formal vote of thanks. Dr. Priyanka Khanna.
Thank you, Dr. Singla, for your wise words. Good evening to all who are connected to this e-platform. This has been an academically enriching 7-day workshop, opening novel vistas of learning and conducting research in these competitive modern times. It has been an experience beyond words and beyond boundaries, exemplifying that research knows no lines of control. Amidst lockdown and social distancing, knowledge still remains disseminative. And this national workshop is a case in point. I hereby take this opportunity to extend my heartfelt gratitude to all esteemed guests, His Excellency, respected Vice Chancellor, Sir, Dr. B.S. Gumman, for his valuable words and inspirational words and motivating all the organizers to conduct such workshop in the coming years ahead. All the dignitaries, Dr. Prem Kumar, Emeritus PCMA, sir, it is always appreciable and to listen to you. Dr. Rishi Raj, Dean and Director, Department of Management Studies, and all resource persons for sharing their experience and expertise on this platform. We really appreciate and treasure the contribution and time of our dear participants with us for making this workshop a great success. This enterprise was visualized, conceptualized, and materialized under the aegis of PCMA and would only have remained a dream without the unerring and enthusiastic support of various resource persons and participants who joined us from all corners of the country. I would be failing in my duty if I do not thank our worthy principal ma'am for her ready support and guidance at all the times. This vote of thanks will remain incomplete if I do not acknowledge the untiring effort of PCMA in helping to organize this laudable workshop. The constant guidance, support, and motivation provided by Dr. Ashwini Bhalla, President PCMA, Dr. B.B. Singla, Vice President PCMA, Dr. Vikas Deep, General Secretary PCMA, has proved to be the backbone of this enterprise. I, as a local host from KCW, really feel indebted to all the organizers, all the team members of PCMA, and there are no words to say thanks. I place on record my earnest gratitude to each one of them. Thanks a lot. Thanks once again to all the participants, and especially once again, I really feel indebted to Dr. Ashwini Bhalla for his constant support. Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot.
Before going to thank you, Dr. Priyanka. Before, as a ritual of the PCMA, we will stand up for the Jan Gan Man. Before that, I would like to announce that this workshop, this session is live on the Facebook. Last event of the international conference was live on the Facebook and attended by 5,300 participants. So this event is also live on the Facebook, and the information to the participants that the certificate in a drive, and the link of the drive will be sent to you in the WhatsApp group made for this research. You can click that group and get your certificate by searching by your name and download it. That link will be provided to you by 8 p.m. today only, after 50 minutes now. Your certificates will be ready with you. So before, thanks to all, I would like to request Pooja Chetri, Dr. Pooja Chetri, to please run Jan Gan Man as a ritual of the PCMA, and I request all of you to please stand up at your places for the Jan Gan Man. Dr. Pooja Chetri, please.
यमुना गंगा उज्जल जलधि तरंगा, तव शुभ नामे जागे, तव शुभ आशीष मांगे, गाहे तव जय गाथा, जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता, जय हे जय हे जय हे, जय 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 हे.
Thank you very much to all the participants, guests, resource persons, organizers, officers of the PCMA. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Again, thank you, Dr. Bhuman, please. And with the permission of the chair, should I declare this event closed, sir? Thank you very much. Thank you very much to all of you. Thank you, sir.
Kasdeep, end the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, Ji. Thank you, sir.